Christine.
This is the front of my portfolio. And it says, "Hi, my name is Christine Donoghue, and I want to welcome you to my portfolio. I was a student in Dr. Phil's 1 o'clock class. Enjoy." So
Cute.
what I originally wanted to do was make some curtains, put them on the front, but it just was not working. It was a mess. So, and then I tried a background of some curtains I got off the internet, and that didn't work. So it's a white background, but still, it's kind of cute. Got the little podium off the internet and cut that out, and then took a picture of myself this morning and cut that out and put that on there. So, looks like I'm giving a speech. Okay. I'm going to start off with what I learned this quarter. Like many of you, I did not want to take the speech class. As a matter of fact, the first day of class when I came in and I heard the music playing, that scared me even more. I thought, why is there music playing? And I tend to overanalyze things sometimes, and with an active imagination like mine, that can be kind of scary. I did leave. As a matter of fact, I didn't even stay that day. I left and went to the office to see if I could drop the class. But the classes that I needed to take, they were all filled. So this was not the first time that I've tried to drop speech class. When I was in a community college down in Alabama, I dropped speech twice. And I kept backing out. Well, now here I am. And I am so glad that I did not drop this class. I just told myself, deal with it. Something I tend to say to myself when I don't like something that I'm going through. Kind of helps. Before taking this class, I thought a speech class was just writing speeches on something that you've read, like a book report. I had no idea that we would be going to live speeches, critiquing them, that sort of thing. Now, when I looked at the syllabus and I saw that we had a demonstration speech to do, that really scared me a lot. What in the world could I possibly demonstrate and come across sounding confident at the same time? I browsed the internet for some ideas, but nothing seemed to interest me. So I'm sitting at the desk brainstorming, and I see an empty CD case that I had with blue and red marker, Sharpie, scribbled on it. And that's when I knew what I was going to do. I was going to do my demonstration speech on 3D glasses. One afternoon I was playing around on the internet and looking at 3D images. I had a pair of Coraline 3D glasses that I got from Blockbuster. So I went to look for 3D images on the internet, but the glasses didn't really work very well. So I looked to see how you could make 3D images or 3D glasses to enjoy the 3D images on the computer. So I decided, well, that's what I'll do, something I'm kind of interested in and I will enjoy. And I thought to myself, if I can pull off this demonstration speech pretty smoothly, then I can make it through the rest of this quarter. Now, I remember a lot of y'all said that you enjoyed the demo speech of all the other speeches, which I thought was kind of funny. To me, it was a nightmare. When I watched the videotape, I was shaking, my voice was shaking, which made the experience even worse. But I made it. This class has been more than just preparing speeches and reading them in front of my classmates. It has opened my eyes to things I wouldn't have given much thought till now. I'm more confident as a speaker, as a student, and as an individual. I never would have thought that I would get so much out of a speech class. And Dr. Phil, I have enjoyed your unique style of teaching. It did make this course fun at times and interesting. And I would highly recommend this class to every student. Now I'm going to read little bit of humor. Back in 1992, I was on a date with my boyfriend, and we enjoyed bowling. So the bowling lanes, they keep waxed, so the ball will go down nice and smooth. Well, when I went to throw the ball, you probably already know what happened, the way you're looking. I stepped over the line, and I fell down, and I slid on all fours a couple of feet. That was very embarrassing, and I'll never forget it, and that was back in '92, but it's still like yesterday. Another funny story, I was having lunch with some friends, and I like to play jokes on people. I put a fake rat in her lunch-to-go box. And, well, needless to say, I'm sure you could imagine what her reaction was. It's a little bit of humor. Some of my ideas. And one day during class we were talking about what's an idea. So I went online and looked up the definition for ideas, and here's the definition if you'd like to know. It's the capacity to create and understand the meaning of ideas is considered to be an essential and defining feature of human beings. Some of my ideas, one that I had when I was a little girl, I like to invent things in my head. Since I was a kid, and I still do. I was thinking that maybe cars one day would be propelled by magnets. And the reason being is because when I was little, I used to like to play with magnets. And you know, if you put two opposites together, they push away. So I thought, well, the roads could be made of magnets, and cars would have some kind of magnetic device on them, and it propelled the car. Which I think that's kind of interesting. I mean, it's a possibility, you know, you never know.
They beat you to it.
Huh?
They beat you to it.
Did they actually have that something
Yeah,
like that?
they've been using it on trains for like 30 years or so.
Are you serious? How funny, I didn't know that.
That's an awesome concept.
Too bad I didn't come forward with that. Peace is always within us, no matter what our circumstances may be. I know that sounds kind of corny, but it's true though. Another idea, politicians should be required to tell the public why they did not keep their campaign promises. Right. That'll never happen, but it's a lovely thought or idea. Another one is, it's a good thing we cannot read each other's thoughts. Yeah. And here's one that's kind of off the wall. What if we had fur? Would we still wear clothes? What would the fashion industry be like? Would men still go bald? See, I think of things like this, okay? So it keeps entertaining. Oh, there it is. My favorite speech was the one where I went to see George Clayton Johnson, the screenwriter, book writer. He did the famous line, "He's dead, Jim." That was my favorite speech. I got to meet him, take my picture with him, got his autograph. That was a lot of fun. This morning I was talking to Annalise about some ideas that I could add to my presentation here, and she told me that after I did my demonstration speech on 3D glasses, she went and told, I think, your aunt at the YMCA who does childcare there, is that correct? And they made the 3D glasses that I spoke on, so that kind of made me feel good. I also, what I've enjoyed about this class is the fact that if we don't know the definition of a word, Dr. Phil, we will discuss it. Molly usually will have the definition. Be like a walking dictionary. Yes, you are. I really enjoy that about the class. Or we'll learn about, an individual like today, Arthur Kessler, and the word by association and docent. 2 words that I learned today. And lastly, on Ricky's behalf, Ricky would like for me to share with the class, on his behalf, that he is the coolest student in the class.